What's going on, everybody? This is your girl K Rich, and I'm coming at you from a PK perspective. So, today has been such an interesting day, and I've been in my prayer time and then talking to God. I've had like a lot of different topics and a lot of different thought patterns and processes, and I had to ask God some real serious and in-depth questions about myself. Run them by Him, run them back by myself. And sometimes we need to do that. We need to rub against God and evaluate ourselves and reevaluate ourselves. And I'm in a situation, semi-situation right now, that kind of has taken me back to a situation I was in, and in the irritation of it and in the fear, I don't want to say fear, but we'll use fear for lack of better words, of being viewed as I was then. Right now, I don't think that I was prepared to deal with it, and I feel like I handled the situation properly, but the fact that I allowed it to shake me so much kind of rubbed my spirit the wrong way. And so I had to sit there and think about why is this bothering me? Why is this happening? And that's when I came to the revelation that it's because it's kind of putting me in that place that I was in prior to, this situation. And I don't like that feeling of feeling like, I'm either being looked at as less than, disrespected, or not seen in a certain type of way, right? And, it's kind of crazy how we'll say people won't let us, grow and move past, and people from your past will hold you, to that, and they'll see you in that light, or they'll see you as, that person. And sometimes when we get into those situations, we can get caught up in seeing ourselves as that person. Even though we know we've moved on, we'll react as, we'll put ourselves in the position as, or get stuck in that same emotional space as the person we were, and not allow ourselves to be who we are now, who we have grown to be, who we have moved on to be. And there's some forgiveness, there is some looking past, and then there's that walking in it, right? We have to walk in who we have become, regardless of situations, regardless of how things may throw us or try to place us back in those other instances. We have to walk in who we know we are now, because there are people that will never see you as your matured self, as your I don't want to say evolve, but as the person that you are now. Because we grow as you move on in life. You grow. Hopefully, that's the plan. You don't want to be the same person you always were. You don't want to be in the same position you've always been in. And some people will never see you past, your high school self, or your, immature 20s self, or your whatever it may be. Places where you were insecure, they'll always see you as that. Places where you kind of step back, they'll always see you as that, because that's the time period in your life in which they knew you, and they refuse to allow you to grow and be better. But in that, you cannot, because of the situation arises again, put yourself back there. You have to stand in where you are now, be confident in who God has allowed you to grow and to be, and walk in that, and not allow it to take you emotionally one way or the other. And when I say emotionally, I don't mean you're up and down emotionally, but you can be put back in the emotional state that you were in. So now, because that situation in the past made you feel insecure, you become insecure in it now. Versus, I was insecure in that situation, and now that I'm in a situation and they're trying to place that on you, you stand up and say, oh no, I know exactly who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know, who God has created me to be. And we have to utilize that. That's like if I were, because y'all know I'm in the fitness, y'all know I'm in the gym. If I were, getting ready to do bench press, and I know my old PR was a 150-pound bench press, and my old workout buddy comes into the gym, I'm not going to revert back to that being my only, my max, my PR is 150 pounds. If I've grown and developed my strength far beyond 150 pounds, and now I can do 200. I'm not going to revert back just because that person's there and they're talking about, oh, I remember when you could only do. Well, that's great that you remember that. Now look at my growth. Now see me now. Now look at what I can do now. If people want to hold you there, just Keep on living. It's not even about proving them wrong, guys. It's not even about proving somebody wrong. It's just about you continuing to grow, mature, and live. That's it. I don't have to go back and let me show them. My growth isn't for anyone else but me. My growth is for me to bring more glory to God. Period. It's not about proving someone else wrong. It's not about shining on somebody or I don't have time for that. I don't think that way. My mind has developed to another level. So I shouldn't be thinking on that immature, petty level. I should be up here now. And I've been seeing so many people that are stuck at the same level, and then they want you to be stuck there. How dare you relegate my growth to your growth rate? I can grow at any moment. I can grow at any moment. So allow yourself to do it. And don't get stuck in what someone else sees you as. And don't you allow yourself to revert back to something that you were, or a way that you would have handled, or something that you would have been, right? Allow your growth to just be its own statement. Allow yourself to walk in and just be. That's something that I just want to just be. If I've grown, I want to be that. If I'm in a position where I'm serving, I want to be that. If I'm in a position where I'm leading, I want to be that. I just want to be. And that be is being whatever God has called me to be. Whatever He has called me to do. At any moment in time that He says, Kayla, I need you to move and do this, that I can just be that. I can just float in. But looking at or being on the level in which someone else sees you does not allow you to be. You're stuck in their mind. You're stuck in their imagination. And I refuse. And I'm not going to dumb myself down, set myself low, or anything like that because of someone else's imagination, perception, or their past memories of who I used to be. What God has for you is so much bigger than your past. Some people will never let you get over your past, who you were, or what you've done. But don't let one of those some people be you. Don't let one of those people be you. Your subconscious. Allow yourself to be exactly who God has you to be, exactly at that moment in time. I don't care if you changed yesterday, you changed. I don't care if you changed earlier today, you've changed. I don't care if you grew last week, you've changed, you've grown. I don't care if you grew 2 years ago, you've grown. I don't care if right now you make up in your mind the decision that I'm shifting myself and I will not do those things, and you have grown, you have changed. Don't let anybody steal it from you, not even yourself. So this is just some encouragement for you guys. Like, it's absolutely fine to grow. It's when you don't grow that now we have a problem. It's when you're the same person you were in high school that now you have a problem. It's when your mentality is the same as it was when you were in college. Now we have a problem. Your growth is not the issue. It's their inability to accept your growth. And that problem falls on their shoulders, not yours. So I just want to encourage everybody to continue to grow. Allow yourself to grow and be who you are. And when I say be who you are, I'm talking about maturity-wise. I'm talking about growth-wise. I'm talking about experience-wise. Don't anybody suck you back in or pull you back into something that you were. Because in that sentence, when someone says you were, the next thing I want to hear, the next thing I'm going to hear is a but. And that but negates everything that preceded that you were. I was, but I see a difference in you now. You were, but I see God's handling your life. You were, but back then. But now you seem a little, thank you. That but is going to negate all of the stuff that I used to be, all of the stuff that I used to do, all of the things that I held myself down with, all of the imperfections that I had then that I've grown past now, all of the insecurities I had then, but I'm not now. So allow yourself to be exactly who you are, exactly in the time in which you're being, all right? I want you guys to have an awesome weekend. I pray this helps somebody. And above all things, give God the glory and go be great. Peace.